Where the party at, Diddy?
You're rolling?
Easy.
All right. Welcome back, everyone.
As soon as I said where the party at, Diddy.
What are they called? What are the parties called?
Freak-offs.
Freak-offs.
They're called I'm not invited, unfortunately.
You got banned for being too freaky. Welcome back, everyone.
They're not called the extra freak-offs, Julian.
This is episode, what is it, 251.
Whoa.
251,
Guest in the studio, Kat Baker.
Hello.
Easy.
What's the list? You're a podcaster.
Yeah,
You're
I am a
content creator. And what's the OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, general online whore.
But it is,
Yeah.
when you say
We've all got OnlyFans accounts, haven't we?
I've got
Yeah,
OnlyFans,
well,
yeah.
you've all been forced to, I'm sure, by
I've been
them
forced
to
but,
try and make it more.
So is that
safe
a
for
big
work.
income part of...
That's pretty much my only income at the moment.
Yeah.
What's the technical? Is it
Cole's
OnlyFans
direct debit.
model, OnlyFans performer, OnlyFans creator?
If you just say OnlyFans, people know. They know. You just go OnlyFans, and they can say what they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited that someone has agreed to platform me, so I can discuss an hour of eugenics here.
Yes,
today.
we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're going to do P. Diddy. Is it still P. Diddy? What's he going by now?
Legend.
Innocent.
Fallen soldier. Man down.
A man being brought down by the system.
Fuck the police.
Another one, man. But no, I don't know. Have you been following? Do you follow any of this? I've not
Oh yeah,
followed.
of course. Yeah,
Right.
big
'cause
fan.
I'm out of the loop. I know
Started
he's
putting his albums on now.
but I try and get him some income.
Yeah, start a P Diddy night.
What is actually been happening? Because I'm genuinely out of the loop. I'm quite
Well, they
weirdly
discovered it-
offline for somebody who's.
There's a lot of
online.
baby oil they
Is there?
found.
I mean,
Alright.
that was
But that's not a crime.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Why is
if
it
that's a
hard?
crime, sue me.
If that's wrong. I don't want to be right. No, but so there's a lot of baby oil. All right, but I mean, baby oil isn't illegal. What's he been doing that's illegal?
That's
what I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies about it, but it could be as extreme as like putting women in suitcases and throwing them in alleyways.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is frowned upon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rude, isn't
yeah.
it? Do you know what I mean? It's not very...
But what, dead?
I don't know. I saw a woman interviewed on Piers
Sorry.
I mean,
Morgan.
would you survive that? I mean,
Well,
that's
I mean, yeah. Have
Did
you
you
never
see-
got into a suitcase as a laugh?
No
No.
way.
Guys.
someone was.
No, what I mean, like, I remember going on holidays with mates, like, you know, lads' holidays. There'd be big suitcases. You
Just
get
go
in it,
for
get
it.
your mates to tie up for
Go
a
on the
night.
aeroplane luggage.
Have you seen that? There's that recent case in America, and the woman's being tried, and she's
That's
gone through
brutal.
the 10 lawyers she's had because she's such
She's
a
insane.
nightmare.
Right.
But she put her husband in a suitcase and
But you
filmed
see
it and he
videos
died.
of it and
yeah.
him screaming.
Oh, no.
Saying, please, begging her.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. What did he die of in the end?
Suffocation.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good suitcase then. Must
Yeah.
be high end.
Must be one of them Samsung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an advert that would be for
I've got
Samsung.
one of them.
Have you?
Yeah, I got it secondhand
I
off
think I've got
Gumtree.
Samsonite
yeah.
as well. They are, I mean, you know, they are quality. Let's get
yeah,
that out
yeah.
of the way before we
I've
get
got
back
a
to how you
TK
die in
Maxx.
one.
Yeah.
So he's suffocated. Are they airtight?
I mean, I don't know. Was it suffocation, lack of oxygen?
So, yeah.
What
I mean,
shape
if you're
was
in
he
there.
in? Like, how did he get it? What
She
sort of-
went up and went to sleep and left him in there.
That's fucking
Yeah.
brutal, man.
But she's insane in the interview room.
Really? She sounds really like
Yeah.
level-headed.
She's wrong for doing that. But she just can't accept any accountability for it.
Yeah, she was drunk when she did it. And she was like, we were playing a game, and I
Yes.
just fell asleep, and
But you can hear him screaming.
How can
to
you
get
hear
out.
him? Where was the
She's
recording?
videoing him.
she's like, I'm not letting you out.
Never video. I never video my stuff like that, man.
No, exactly. Okay, so the P. Diddy, there's women in suitcases. And then what's got these freak off things? What actually happened?
There was a lot of sex workers.
Okay.
So there was the main party where DiCaprio, all the big dogs would go.
Yes.
And then afterwards.
The after party.
Yeah.
And apparently, some of the people there were sort of forced to be there.
Right,
Didn't
okay,
want to
so
be.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
where the
A
illegality
lot of
comes in.
NDAs,
in.
a lot
Yeah.
of grape, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Right.
You
okay.
know, a lot of buffet was quite nice. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Scotch eggs.
Is he in
Yeah.
prison or is he still on the run? Well,
He's
I don't,
in jail,
He is in
yeah.
jail. Okay.
He's going to go in forever if he's guilty.
And do we know yet who was at these parties other than obviously saying the main ones?
well, Jay-Z-
Obviously, everyone was at the main ones because he was a famous person, right?
Jay-Z's
You can't.
been-
Everyone's not guilty because they were at the first bit. It's only the people then.
Yeah, it's a bit like just because you were on
Tell your
the
lawyer.
Epstein list doesn't mean
I've been
you were a
saying that.
nonce. Yeah.
I've stressed that. On
Cole's,
here.
Cole's been protecting himself. with
Said right. I just had to get to an island. No, but I agree. Whenever that always gets pulled out of like, here's all these photos of, you know,
Clinton was on the plane loads. If you've been there loads of times, I think
he might have wanted to get his frequent flyer points.
Yeah, true.
No, but I know I agree. Like in terms of there are people where it feels indicting and it's bad, but there are some people like getting a photo with somebody isn't the end of the world. We've all got
if you're at a party and you have a photo with him, it doesn't
and if you
mean.
mix in those circles,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be bad people. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, you don't become a billionaire by not being a horrible.
Who's
cunt.
the worst person you think you've had a photo with?
Oh, I had a photo with a pedo once.
Really?
Is it which one? The comedian guy?
Yeah, he was a comedian.
Which one?
What was his name?
Russell.
Russell.
Russ. Yeah.
Not
But
Russell
he-
Bratt.
No.
No, it wasn't him. No. I don't
There's
think
another
I
nonce
will say,
Russell.
out of all the allegations, I don't think pedo is one of them. That's the one he didn't tick off.
Yeah, I mean, one of the girls was 16, so technically legal.
Yeah.
So-
Like floating around the borders,
No, you're always 16.
Your Honour. No, but
There is.
Yeah, there was a pedo.
Depends how old you are.
Yeah, if you're 17, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some of that sweet.
And if you're 11, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Around the school.
Young king.
But no, there was an open spot comedian who turned out to be an actual.
But he would have
convicted
his photo
paedophile.
with everyone, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
On Instagram, it's just like every comic he'd worked
I was
with.
saying the day it came out that he was an actual convicted paedophile.
You burnt your hard drive.
No, because I was the opposite. I was one of the only comedians who didn't get a photo of him, which almost is rude. But
Just go and get one in jail.
I went on his before he deleted all his social media stuff. I managed to get screenshots of loads of comedian mates who had their photo of him, and I spent the whole day just pinging it over to them on WhatsApp. I loved it. What a day that was.
You're next.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him in the car on the way home because he was a gymnastics teacher.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like Larry Nassar style.
Yeah.
Is it? It's almost like a chicken and egg thing, isn't it? Are they pedos when they go into it, or does it turn them into pedos?
If they turn them into pedos, you're suggesting that the children were so sexy.
And you know
That-
all the sexy moves they do in gymnastics.
I mean, some of them backflips.
No, but I suppose what I'm trying. This is a horrible
They were a
logic. It's a horrible logic to follow, but. You know, is it somebody
He was
who
motivated
didn't
by
realise they
being
were
a pedo.
until they started working with kids?
Yeah.
Or is it they literally manipulate their way to that position because that's what they want to do?
Of course, they manipulate their way to.
Right.
I don't think you discover you're a paedophile late in life, like as an adult. Like I think that's something.
It's not a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I bought a Ferrari and touched my daughter's
Brown
mate.
leather jacket. Slick your hair back.
Got a new motorbike and a kid. New yoga mat.
Yeah, no, I suppose, yes.
He was going to teach me a backflip, so I was a bit gutted. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
It's a shame you missed out
Missed out.
because of all his crimes.
I know. I'm the victim, really.
Yeah. But anyway, so you do all those things, podcasting and all that.
yeah, Kat Baker Show.
How long have you been doing the podcast? It's not.
I've done it for it's actually the longest running podcast in the world and the number one podcast in the Philippines.
Okay.
That's our
Really?
tagline. Yeah.
How long have you been going?
A year.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
so the tagline's a lie.
It's like, yeah.
the idea is that my podcast is so important that any other podcast that became before doesn't exist.
Right, yes.
So
Ah.
I'm the longest running podcast in the world.
That's
Yeah.
insulting to a TVI.
Yeah.
Ours just
You'd say-
feels
yeah,
like
that's-
ours just feels like the longest running.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's been a year, but I've done like 30 episodes.
And you've interviewed, like, because I listened to the episode you did with Elliot Steele.
Yeah.
Very fun. But you've interviewed all sorts of. You've had
Yeah, there's
male
like
porn stars.
yeah, and what have I? Porn stars. It's mostly porn stars, comedians, and random sort of funny people who are on social media.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. But I think we're doing more sort of comedians now and the odd porn star for
Right.
good measure because my audience is like horny autistic men.
Horny,
So
okay. So mostly comedians.
yeah, so I've got to keep them happy with.
So Cole
Yeah.
stumbled on you.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But is it? Do you think? I don't know. I've never met a male porn star. Is there any similar crossover between them
Big
and
dicks.
male comedians? Or because No. What sort of... I suppose,
male comedians could not make it as a porn star.
No, I absolutely agree. But what I mean is, what's the personality type of a male porn star?
I've only interviewed 2, and they... Well, I mean, there's not one personality of a male porn star.
Are they funny types, or do they take themselves quite seriously? Do they think of themselves almost as actors? I suppose is the question.
No.
I bet they feel quite I don't know. It must be hard over years to do it though.
I think they're just super horny. Because you got to be. Because if you're a man, you got to get.
They can pop a little bluey though, can't they? A little Viagra.
But you've still got to, jizz and stuff.
No problem.
All right. But yeah,
you're welcome.
But I suppose is it like any porn? Like is there the initial bit? They might be horny and all that, and but there must be a point when they feel a bit like an old racehorse.
Because they get paid less than the women as well, don't they? Which is what I'm protesting against.
Yeah, exactly.
You want the women's wages cut as well.
Yeah.
The last guy I had on,
I think, should be voluntary.
Yeah, he was saying, he wish he got paid more. I think.
Yeah.
He was saying.
What would he get? A few hundred a film, maybe? Depends on the.
Oh, it depends.
Oh yes, I've never. Well,
OnlyFans
that Rocco Siegfried's probably the biggest male one in it.
And it's completely changed. Like OnlyFans has completely changed it now. So like back in, I guess before you'd do a shoot and you probably only get paid a couple £100. But now if you're on OnlyFans and you're, there's guys making so much money on OnlyFans.
What guys are doing? So that's a gay market, probably, isn't it?
No, so
there's a lot of straight guys doing. Gay
but how to make it as a straight guy?
Just word on the street.
If you're wanking and he's straight, that you ain't gay. You mean?
We're both straight. Two nice straight guys.
It's too friendly.
That's absolutely fine.
It's just bonding,
to
man.
make it as a straight man, you've got to be either super sexy
Thank you.
and cater to the gay market and just like post loads of nudes, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you've got to collaborate with loads of girls and be just like the POV guy.
Just give them D downs and stuff.
Yeah, and just film from their point of view.
Right, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're just you're literally like a sort of.
But
you're
a cameraman with a dick.
You're a cameraman with a dick, and you're organising it. And
sorry to drag you into it, man. Speak of the devil.
Right. So imagine that. Imagine you're just the guy. What sort of would you be getting a decent amount of money if you're collaborating with a very high earning OnlyFans female model?
So
it's not going to be huge, I bet, is it?
No, when you collaborate, you don't get. When we do collabs, you don't pay each other anything.
Oh, obviously,
it's
it's about driving each other, driving
it's about
traffic.
content and traffic.
Content exchange, like a podcast exchange.
And how does it work? Does it go on both pages? Is it like a collaboration Instagram post?
No, you post it, but you can't. You can't collab. Yeah,
okay.
But you have to tag them in it. If you have anyone,
I might start collabing just my stand-up clips with some
wanking adverts.
But if there's pictures or videos of anyone in your content, they have to be tagged. Which means I have to be careful because I have a couple of pictures of Prince Andrew around my flat. I'm not even joking. My mum sent me a bunch of Prince Andrew photos.
Ironically?
Yes.
Are you a fan of him?
My mum collects like old royals memorabilia.
He's the
Epstein one.
Yeah.
Does your nan?
No, my mum.
Your mum.
Yeah.
Is she
Do
okay?
we have to say allegedly then? For legal reasons? I don't think we probably need to add. I don't think it's.
He definitely did.
But he hasn't been arrested or charged with anything, so I don't think we can actually just say.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can say someone is just a paedophile if they've not been.
It's slander.
I think you can sort of moot it.
To be fair, she was 17, so is that that makes you weird?
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking creepy.
It's
old
a bit.
cunt.
It's immoral.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's
by her. I mean, fucking with a guy. Life
trying to bring a man down.
But I have to be careful because if his photo's in my background, they'll remove the content.
Or you got to collab with him.
Yeah, I've got to tag him if he.
him.
Yeah. But he's not on OnlyFans, so I can't tag him.
Maybe he needs to.
So how often do you do
his
videos?
Reputation.
A couple a month.
Okay, so not like daily.
No. That's only one.
Yeah, I'm doing one a day. One video a day at the minute.
Get the pipes
I've been
clean.
trying to. So I haven't. Like, basically, I did a gig for OnlyFans at the end of the Edinburgh Fringe, which is going out soon.
You had
and
to
part
bang
of
a
that,
guy.
bang a flyer. But I part of that is I've signed up for 6 months, and I do have to start populating it with posts. Right, I've been this month has just been a bit of a
what kind
post
of posts you?
Well, no, just like little videos and sort of messing around and stuff. But I'm trying to now start thinking what to do.
Sure.
And genuinely, I'm sort
doing
of like
the helicopter.
Well, that's what I'm almost at a point of going like, it would be easier if I just started putting some.
I do find it funny
nudes.
whenever comedians announce they've got a thing coming out on OnlyFans. They always say, "Oh, I've got a thing coming out on OnlyFans, but it's nothing naughty." And it's like, trust me, no one thought you were going to post something naughty on there. No one was thinking you're about to start wanking off on there.
But I know a few guys that have done the show before in America, and they have signed up to OnlyFans, and they do get DMs from.
To be fair, I can
do some feet stuff or something.
Well, that's what. Yeah, my mate gets stuff about his feet all the time. It must look like he's got nice feet. Like so. How does it work? So if people subscribe, right, that's one thing. But can you can just receive DMs from randoms, right? Or is that no?
They have to subscribe.
Oh, they have to subscribe. Okay. What sort of what?
Okay.
What? There goes that idea.
And how much is it? You got your card machine.
What's the spectrum of DMs you get? Do you get sort of genuine? I like what you do.
Honestly,
to absolute.
The
horrendous.
paywall filters out a lot of nutters.
Yeah.
Because most nutters just want to send you nutty stuff for free. Like my Instagram DMs are way worse than my OnlyFans
really.
DMs.
Like what do you actually get? Do you get the old like? I know obviously we've got friends like female comedians who literally will get just people sending them pictures of their knob and stuff.
Yeah, Instagram have like filtered that out quite a lot now.
No.
Yeah,
To their shame.
That's a shame. I wonder why none of them have been read.
I wonder why I've been shadow banned. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Twitter doesn't seem to have. Twitter still seems to be a bit grotty, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
You look at any post now, and underneath it is just like the replies are just porn bots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I will say on Instagram, the spam has gotten so much worse. Like my requested DMs, tons of Russian sex bots.
Yeah. It's always we want to make great videos. Like, you don't think about people trying to edit your videos. It's like you can't even write, mate. Trust you.
You spelled edit wrong, mate.
And so how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing OnlyFans? Because it's still. I think it's. I've only really become aware of it the last couple of years, but I presume it's been around a while.
Sure.
I think I've been doing.
Your Honour.
I think
I've only been a daily subscriber for
my
2 years.
account in like 2020, but I didn't start posting on it to 2021. But I opened it because I was a cam girl on Chatterbait before.
On what?
Chatterbait.
What is that?
That's like a
I
similar,
genuinely don't. I'm
like a
I
bait
said,
station kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
We're
it's
not.
webcam.
We don't know these worlds.
Right.
Genuinely,
It's
like,
just,
but we intend
gay or
to.
something.
we're trying to learn. We want to get into this.
Hit the ground running.
It's like you tip the cam girls.
But it's an online.
Yeah.
But
platform.
what kind of guys are gonna like? What you just chat on and he makes requests and that?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you responding live to a wall of comments?
Yeah.
Right.
Like Twitch, but
I'm just trying to
And
think
they
of
bang a tenner in and they might go to the top or like that.
they'll be like, here's tenner, show me your boobs, kind of thing.
Is it too tricky to obviously navigate the physical doing it with reading comment? Like,
a bit of admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it, so I didn't do it for
it. Seems like splitting your
Were
attention.
you enjoying it a bit though? Like
at the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, because you're making some money. But then it.
Did you enjoy pleasing the guys? Was there an element of that?
A little bit, yeah. But then I would just get bored after a while because it's like really boring. Like
bunch of losers.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah,
mate, go and see your wife.
How long
kids, man?
Yeah.
And how long would a gig be on a cam session?
I could only do like 2 hours.
That's
I'd be like,
ages.
I
thought you were going to say 20 minutes.
No, like 2. Yeah.
2 hours flies by though when you're having a jerk off.
Yeah.
2 hours. And over that, how many people do you
I bet
reckon?
you get good money for that 2 hours though. It's better than
got minimum wage.
For real?
That's depressing.
Did you work for Andrew
No, there
Tate?
there were some nights I made minimum wage, but then there's other nights where I've made a couple grand.
Did you have somebody overlooking it and who you were, like your manager?
No, it's
I
just
believe
me.
they're called pimps.
No, just me.
Oh, that's good though. Empowerment.
Yes.
You're the boss.
Yeah,
Self-employed.
I'm a very empowered woman. I get my vagina out for £10.
And you do it from home, the cam girl.
Yeah.
So you've got your own setup at home. You're not going to like a studio.
And what if your father stumbled on it?
Well, I've often thought about that, and I hope my dad's
He'd
too
enjoy
much.
it.
I hope he's too much of a boomer to know that OnlyFans
How old's your dad?
Almost 70.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you'll be fine. I mean,
yeah.
I'm 42
Good.
and I didn't know what that website was.
Yeah,
so I reckon
yeah,
a
yeah,
70-year-old ain't finding it.
Yeah.
Is he
My
technically
uncle though
sound?
is like 70 and he uses cam girl, so I'm sure he.
How do you know he uses it?
Because he announced it one time. I don't know.
Hey, that's the family. What do you want me? You want to still carry on?
I suppose you forget that, like, you always assume that there's an age where you stop being a creepy, like, dirty bloke.
Yeah.
But it sounds like some guys do maintain it.
Yeah,
Don't they? 70 being a.
You got to be strong. Yeah, you got to be strong.
I think because he's on his
focus.
own. Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be wanking. You know, when you was a kid, you think you'd grow out of it.
Yeah, you hit like 30 and be like, that's me. I've had my fill.
You wouldn't know, like when your teacher, that you wouldn't think that they are wanking.
No.
But as
Your
men,
dad.
do you wank less over the years?
No.
No, yeah, I'd say, you know, you definitely peak in your sort of teen. When you discover it, it's literally all you can do.
I suppose, yeah, that
Do you know
is
what I mean?
right. Yeah,
And then it becomes more of a
it wasn't
sort of,
unheard of for
once you
like
hit middle
5 in
age,
a session.
You hit
when I was a
middle age,
kid.
it becomes more of a health thing. You just want to keep your prostate healthy.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
You basically.
By watching Grot.
No,
No, I'm just fucking looking off. Bit of self-care.
my doctor told me to. No, but there is an element of that, isn't it? You're
My
not meant
body's
to.
my temple.
But no, it becomes it's horrible to say, it becomes a sort of function rather than a.
Right.
I feel. I know you. I mean,
It's also a distraction, though. People do it not because they want to, just because it's boredom.
Don't want to reply to your emails.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I don't think I've ever
having a
used it as a
wank.
distraction.
Oh,
What are you trying to distract yourself from?
life.
Yeah.
Just feelings.
Yes.
Nothing else. Stops me from crying for 10 minutes.
Do you know anything about your demographics of followers? Like, do you have an idea of it? You said like sort of horny autistic men, but like, do you reckon there's an age bracket you can put it in that you appeal
It
to?
depends. It depends. Like, sometimes it's like there's times when more my traffic was coming from TikTok. It was like 18 to 25 was like the biggest
Yeah.
group, and then I feel like I've had more people coming from Instagram, and that's a bit more like men in their 30s, 40s.
18
a
to
bit
25 is the horniest age.
It is, but they also
Yeah.
have the least expendable income.
Yeah, my subs are quite cheap. They're quite
Right, okay,
I don't get a lot
yeah.
of tips, but maybe I'm not doing a good enough job, to be honest. Maybe I'm.
You seem really
phoning it
happy
in.
with it though, like comfort.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like the age we're in now, that you got the internet and
But I mean, people
know.
are much more comfortable.
yeah.
With just sex.
I mean,
in
it's
general.
better than
You see,
it's
whereas I'm
less
42,
effort
so I
than
just whispered the word
stripping and
sex.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's less effort than going to a strip club and like getting home at like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Some would say I'm very brave and doing the world a service.
some would.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a market for
Yeah.
it. You know,
But
you've
then
got
there
the
are some
product.
religious
the
types would say
customers
you're
will
going
come.
to hell.
Yeah.
Do you ever have any mad comments from people who are anti what you do? Like just
Oh yeah,
nutters
on
like
TikTok
Christian
and
types,
Instagram.
Muslims.
Less of.
Any religion. No, I said Christians first. I'm just going through the religions. I said Christians and Muslims.
I didn't hear
I just pulled out Muslims out of
Muslims.
any Muslims message you. No, do you ever get the sort of
I'd
weird
imagine
anti?
Christians are more proactive. You might not be on Muslims' radar.
Yeah, less of the. There's not many. I don't get many religious comments. It's more the sort of incel comments.
Oh, really?
I would say.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of like women, like incels are kind of anti-woman in a way because they've been hurt and stuff. Is it?
But also some of them haven't been hurt and they've just sort of bought into that
They
ideology.
want a
I
reaction
think.
off of you.
Yeah.
Even if it's a negative one, it's a little line of coke for them, innit? That mean little bump.
Yeah. It is like, I mean, it's such a weird, like, self-own, isn't it? Like, thing of like, I'm an incel. It's like, well, don't tell anyone, you fucking little weirdo.
And your mum knows?
Yes.
And she's cool?
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't mind.
Has she got
Well,
one?
no, actually, she was pretty pissed off at first.
How old's your mum?
Like 60 something.
Is she gonna get involved?
Well, would you guys want to see that?
Really,
I mean, because if she knows that there's a market for it, maybe she would.
I mean, there's definitely a market for it.
There's a market for anything. That's the thing. The internet has definitely taught us there is a market for every single niche thing.
Yeah, to be fair, I know women in their like 50s, 60s who are making more money than me. Like,
well, some guys like that kind of age, I guess, don't they?
Yeah.
Some guys.
No, I know a mate of mine. Genuinely, like,
what age is he?
He's in his 40s,
and his thing.
But he's always liked like a decade older.
Really?
That's his.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think that's like inclusive.
Yeah, but I do think. I mean, that is one thing I've always been like. I think you should be sort of age appropriate. In my set, I think that because
older's okay though.
Older's definitely okay, but I do think, I think it's something weird about someone middle aged watching, like typing the words like teen porn. Like,
I mean, yeah,
that is fucking creepy. I think that's such a creepy thing to do.
Stay away from my computer.
Do you know what I mean? Keep it like, hey, I'm not, sort of.
I think change my password.
I've always wondered that if the porn men watches, like, as they get older, does the women get older that they watch?
They say you can half your age plus 7.
Right.
They.
My moral guiders. My mentors.
I know, I've heard that before.
Half your age plus 7. So say if you're 60, 37.
So that feels too young for me for a 60-year-old.
I mean,
you're not Bill Wyman.
It's not like you would look at him and think you nonce, though, is it?
No, you're not thinking they're a nonce, and obviously a 37-year-old is absolutely
or if you're
fully,
if you're 20, 17.
Yeah, I'll be 37 in 7 years, and I'd feel a bit sick, fucking a 60-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think there is something. Yeah, there's something weird about it.
I don't know, man.
I don't know
Bradley Pitt is 60.
Bradley Pitt.
Right.
Man's a straight weapon.
Yeah, but how many 60-year-olds do you know that look like Brad Pitt?
Yeah, exactly. You can't use an outlier to.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's possible.
It is, but also he's had a lot of work done, and he's sort of. He's also meant to be a cunt, but
is he?
His kids don't talk to him, so apparently he's a fucking abuser. Like in terms of vocal
I can't imagine him being like that.
I've heard he's a bad guy.
Is it?
That whole thing, the whole thing with him and
I believe
Angelina.
all men.
No, but him and Angelina Jolie's split is like acrimonious. The kids absolutely hate him. They've all changed their name from it. Like they just he's meant to be a really bad dude. Like mid-teens, late teens.
Or maybe she's manipulated them against him.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I think
we don't talk about that enough.
I reckon he's just he's a very talented.
Believe no women.
Sort of guy who's been in that. That's your get it on a t-shirt.
Stop lying.
No, but I think from what this is the stuff I've just heard about the court case and all that. He's a really bad. He was a bad partner and father.
I mean, he's playing his persona very well because he seems like a good guy.
Wait, I mean, what in films? He's an actor. He's acting as someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were documentaries.
Just I really liked him in I can't even think what film he is. Yeah, in that he's kind of an arsehole, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
you liked him as a little baby old man.
I've not seen that. Actually.
He was a really nice guy when he was an 80-year-old baby.
Yeah. No, he comes across in like Ocean's 11 and that. He seems like a cool, chilled, nice guy, and he's probably got that. But I think he's like a bit of a boozer.
Johnny Depp got like slandered, didn't he, as being this awful abuser, and the court case, anyone who watched the trial could see that, you know what I mean, as flawed as he was, drugs and all that, he was a nice guy.
I don't think he came across as a nice guy. I think they both came across as bad people.
Mental.
I mean, I think he came across as flawed, a very kind man.
I think he still came across as quite bad.
Did you watch the trial?
Watch bits, but I mean, I don't think he came out of it.
I see what you mean. He kind of, I think like quite a lot of people seem to like him, but think he's just like a bit weird and a bit mental.
Yeah, he's an eccentric. That's what I got from it.
I don't know.
And
I think
I was, I went into it completely open-minded, and I think she came across as borderline personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he's also
I've said that before, and I've had like messages.
Alcoholic and like drug. Yeah, so like, I think I think a lot of his. Yeah, I reckon he's not painted himself particularly well either.
I think they're both shitty.
I mean, there's definitely more. That's why I definitely came away from it thinking
there's definitely more bad men. Like men murder like at a higher rate. You know what I mean? There's definitely. So I'm not like on men's side.
All right, mate. Doesn't sound like that.
No, but I'm just saying, watching the trial.
This is the incel podcast now. Two vegan incels.
I mean, men are fucking dangerous as fuck. The worst of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen a lot of? There is a bit more like right-wing vegans and incels now because they're sort of doing. Yeah. They're trying to recruit more people to the cause. So they're sort of trying to reach out. To the
how do you square veganism with being right wing? It doesn't feel like them two are bedfellows.
You can do it sort of. I guess you could be like, my body's a temple of God, and I'm gonna So maybe more of a health thing.
Never trust a health vegan. That's my ethos when it comes to veganism.
Yeah,
they're the ones that always give it up.
Yeah,
it's very rare you meet a fully ethical vegan. Like a fully ethical, like 100% vegan is like very rarely give it up. But it's when it's people that do it. Oh, it just makes me feel a bit better, and it's like, I did it for the wrong reasons, bruv.
No,
how long have you been vegan?
Like 10 years.
It's nice.
How about you guys?
I've been vegan for
about the same.
Yeah, mine's.
I have slipped a few
12.
times.
Yeah,
12. I'm 12. 12
right.
I'm a vegan between meals.
Yeah.
What have you slipped with? Salmon?
Like a slice of margarita pizza.
You killed a dog.
Yeah.
Pizza. What was on the pizza?
Went to the Yulin dog meat
My
festival.
first day vegan, actually. I was in Manchester, or like the first week, and I ordered a pizza. And I was eating it, and I realised it had cheese on it when I finished. Because I got them to take the meat off. I thought I'd make it vegan, and just totally forgot.
Yeah.
What did you slip up on?
Like cheese.
Just cheese.
Bit of cheese, or like a biscuit.
Right, yeah.
You know,
I've accidentally slipped up with like biscuits, and I've then found out it's got a little bit of dairy or something. But I've never consciously slipped up.
No, I have consciously because
in lockdown I did. Yeah.
I've been caught short somewhere. Suddenly my blood sugar's gone, and all there is a plate of.
You see a little rat running across the floor. Dive down like a werewolf.
Just kill a pigeon. All there is a plate of digestives that you prepared earlier. Why was there be a plate of digestives?
All there was an Aberdeen Angus steakhouse.
When I used to have a real job in
an office. Is this a Diddy's party?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is as well, I gave up dairy before I went vegan because it didn't agree with me like an old man. So slipping up, it's quite hard for me to slip up in that. I can't have dairy anyway.
Your wife's vegan.
Yeah.
Twyla's vegan.
Yeah. We're just a full vegan household. You know what I mean? And I'm just.
You might throw a pig's head at your door.
I'm also incredibly morally pure. So, but yeah, it's definitely fallen out of that thing of like when I went vegan, it was just before it went sort of big and mainstream, and then it blew up, and it was about a 5-year period where it felt like everyone was going vegan, and I feel like the wind has come out of those sails.
Carnivore's huge right now.
Carnivore is the weirdest.
Yeah,
lion meat.
Yeah, like the pure carnivore.
It's insane.
It's just pure meat, is it?
They must stink. They literally must stink.
And like sticks of lard and stuff.
I know. I saw somebody share one video of a guy who just eats butter and meat, and literally the guy he's probably 28. He's got his complexion.
Cholesterol be high.
His complexion looks like he's gonna die. It looks like he's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Like he's literally got like red cheeks.
I mean, just have a balance, bruv, innit?
I know, it's mad.
You know what I mean?
But like, I just think it's such a weird reaction, like because I get with veganism, no matter like as much as I think it's ridiculous, people would say, some people try and say it's an extreme choice. It's like it's literally the opposite.
Nowadays it's more kind of common though, isn't it?
Yeah,
my mum's been a vegan my whole life basically. Virtually.
But it's like it's the least extreme lifestyle.
But I think it's a lot of the younger people, there's a bit of a swing against the sort of liberal millennial vibes to now the sort of like reactionary kind of apparently like Gen Z are more right wing.
That's how it goes with generations though, isn't it?
I know.
And they're like having less sex, doing less drugs.
We should start bullying.
Being massive
we need to start bullying them.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do.
Well, having sex, waiting for marriage or Christian
just
stuff.
or like spending. They're like they're just, I guess a lot of them just not getting out.
Well, they're online all the time. Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I think COVID like made them, a lot of them, not know.
Anxious little things.
Yeah.
Scared to go out. But no, it is that thing of, I think they don't know, like a lot of them don't learn how to socially mix with people anymore, really, do they? They don't need to. It's all online, it's all messaging each other. It's all, and I sound like a 100-year-old. They're all bloody messaging each other.
They're all using
they're all on their PlayStations and
all using these fax machines nowadays.
No, but you know what I mean? I do think there's something that's been lost in the sort of the way you used to learn to socialise.
I used to get a bit of coal for Christmas.
You know,
they don't know how to fuck anymore. Someone needs to show them how to
15-year-old, you'd be in a park drinking cider. You know, we'll be fingering each other in the bushes
on
and
the
stuff.
gal.
Yeah, but that's and then you learn, then you move into actual pubs legally, and then there was sort of a whole social network of the way you learnt to be a member of adult society.
Yeah, and you have to be like,
dead.
and I remember like in my early 20s, it was like you had to go out and like pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's
that was so much pressure though.
It was, yeah.
I mean,
but also,
I was alright.
But the failure taught you the importance of it, I suppose. You actually you had a value on it. I think when it's all just like a game on an app, it loses all value, doesn't it?
Definitely.
That's why I think relationships are now much harder for younger people, because they don't see it as a bigger thing.
It's too accessible, like you could see too many.
Definitely.
Too many options.
Absolutely. It used to be like every time you go out, there might be one chance.
You marry the girl who lives within 3 square miles.
First woman who looks at you, just marry her.
You get on your knee.
But no, there was such a big weight on it, and I think that's gone. And I think actually losing the importance is probably why some people are slightly tapping out. So it's like, it doesn't feel important. Why
relationships probably aren't lasting like they were.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, because I think there's lots of people that you're kind of meeting strangers off apps, and there's nothing sort of keeping you together. Like,
what's that? And also
people in common, or
you could chat to 15 at the same time.
That's happening as well. But also you read their bio. And then you chat a bit, and then you meet.
Then
it used to be the first time. It used to be you basically get off with somebody in a pub or club,
finger them.
and then you'd meet for go out for a drink, and a week later, so you didn't know anything about them because the first time you met, you were wankered. There was something exciting about that.
Fancied them.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. There is pros and cons, because meeting someone in a bar drunk, I don't know, is that better than meeting them online sober?
Well, no, but then when you'd meet them again for an actual date, that was the excitement of.
I think
that's when you learn. You sort of right. Let's see if we got anything.
I think it's when you're on the dating app, you're going on lots of dates with people, and you don't know if you fancy them because you haven't met them yet. So it's weird because you're then put in this weird romantic situation with someone you don't know if you fancy. And then whereas like if you meet someone in a bar, you know there and then if you fancy them.
Well, if you got off with them,
and you're a bit more uninhibited, so you can be yourself.
Yeah. I think it sounds.
I think there's pros and cons to it. It can be abused, and the extreme of it is toxic, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I do think it's I think it's a shame that's dying out. Let's quickly check some questions. We're gonna start them earlier, but I totally forgot. Let's do. Somebody's asked, when's the last time you called 999? It's quite a weird question.
Oh my god, mine is really.
Is it recent?
This morning.
Yeah.
Why? I don't think I've ever called 999.
It's really embarrassing. Well, I was so hungover.
Yeah.
And I started having a panic attack.
Ambulance.
No, that's
me up at McDonald's.
I was so hungover. I started having a panic attack, and I thought I was dying, and I called 999, and they were like, "Okay, we'll come out to you in an hour," and I was like, "Okay," and they rang me up in an hour. Yeah, and they were like, "Do you still need us?" And I was like, "No." Like by that point, I was like, "Okay, it was a panic attack."
I was just
dehydrated.
I just woken up.
I just needed a shit.
I was like, I'm really pleased they didn't come because that would have just been like.
That would have been brutal.
Yeah.
So you called one for okay.
I was just in a weird
Had you ever had a
loop.
panic attack before?
I have, so I kind of knew it was that, but something just felt different this time. But I think it was just I was so drunk the night before that I was like, and this was a couple of weeks ago.
So
how 999?
How hungover were you? I called an ambulance.
I used to wake up fucked though when I drank, man. I would call an ambulance if I felt like that now.
The weirdest thing, do you know what? Since I became a dad, my hangovers are way better. Like I think it's
you have to.
It's almost like you're not allowed them.
Yeah,
like I'll do even like
Twyla don't give a shit.
She's not going to respect it, so I've got to get over it.
Dad's hungover. I'm going to play quietly.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to think. Even this week, I went out on Tuesday night with a mate. We went to watch the football in a pub, and then we just drank quite a lot of beers. We powered them in, and he's also got a young kid similar age, and you know, I didn't get home late, but I definitely had put a lot of booze away. And at 6:40 a.m, my daughter's got me up, and I'm getting ready to ride her to school on my bike. And like in the old days, I would have been a write off until midday. But the reality is, I'm up. I've literally have to take her to school. I can't ruin her school life.
No, I'm a write off like a day or two. I mean, I'm
have a kid.
Yeah, I do need to have one. Like when we met today, this is like an early start for me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's quite early though, isn't it?
Yeah. What?
6 a.m.
I mean, but that's my window now is 6:30 to 6:45 is my wake up.
Yeah, mine's like midday.
Mine's 7:30 actually.
Ed,
get up, ice bath. When I say ice bath, I mean wank.
Stare at yourself in the mirror.
Do my mantras in the mirror with full eye contact.
Ed says, "What's the most wholesome thing on OnlyFans?" There's
Carl,
everything.
probably.
It's probably me currently.
I mean, I guess it's just like I think for me the wholesome stuff I see is sometimes when guys message me and they're like, "Oh, I've been feeling really lonely, but talking to you has made me feel less lonely."
I mean, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a pussies.
Yeah.
Oh, that is though. It's sad, isn't it, that they're lonely? Why don't they just like join a club or something?
I know. I did say
join a Christian group.
A fan messaged me the other day and he was saying he's lonely. I was like, why don't you try D&D?
What's D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons. I have a lot of male friends doing that at the moment. Well,
yeah, why don't you try becoming a loser? No, but I know what you mean. But there's got to be something. If they've got any hobbies, but it's hard, isn't it? If you're somebody who's not got many friends or something like that, how do you even start? You know, not everyone's blessed with natural charm and charisma and loads of friends like us. Yeah. No, it is. I feel bad, like for people that sort of, you know,
because it's not a real connection he's got with you either. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Just don't ruin the secret.
It's a real nice connection.
Yeah,
if anyone's asking, I love all my fans.
I feel like how long have we chat? I think we've tipped into the patrons bit. We can probably not worry about. We've been rolling for 42. Yeah. So that's right. This bit probably won't be public. This will be after 40 minutes. It goes to Patreon. But yeah. Well, let me just. What was this one? Somebody's asked. You know, when somebody's show busy gets dug out as being problematic, and people in the industry say it's an open secret. What open secrets are they going on about?
My uncle, in the 70s, I think, worked on Jim Will Fix It.
Oh, and was it
like
known?
He did one like episode. I think he had to play a postman or something. And someone in the studio was like, "Yeah, Jim." I think he asked like, "What's Jim like?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, he's great. You just got to keep the kids away from him."
Oh yeah, I mean that's a proper open secret, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit more kind of acceptable. No, it wasn't acceptable then, but more than it is now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like everyone was a nonce, man. Back then.
Private schools, Catholic, like modern, like
the good
everything.
old days, a nice bit of nonsense.
I know.
Yeah.
Political correctness.
All the rock stars were like with 16-year-olds,
or like
Bill Wyman.
David Bowie was with like a 14-year-old.
Bowie.
What's that? She was a famous groupie. She was like literally 14.
Yeah.
And 15, and
so
like
weird.
she was known, and like loads of them had it off of her. Apparently, wasn't it? I think it was David Bowie was the one who took her virginity or something.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all like old apocryphal stories, but you know, it's sort of fucked.
I mean, Jonathan Ross met his wife when she was young as well.
Right.
Yeah, just throwing that name out there.
Oh, Jonathan Ross. Actually, my brother went to playgroup with his children.
Really?
Jonathan Ross's children.
So anyway, any other open secrets? I don't think. I mean, there's not. Like often it's a misused phrase.
Are they asking? Do we know?
I suppose they're saying, "Is there any ones that we could share?" But I'm not. I don't really. I can't think of any. But like,
I know one that's like.
Name them.
Well, apparently, David Williams.
Oh, I mean, David
Oh
Williams
yeah,
is
he
a name.
fucked his sister.
They didn't fuck his sister.
I know two people like.
Even if it's on Patreon, we can't just allegedly.
All right. He did. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying like that. I
Any
heard.
open secrets? I can't think. Oh yeah, David Williams fucked his sister.
I can say it like this though. Two people from different book.
Apparently, he fucked Jack Whitehall. That's something I've heard. But
I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it. I know. I mean, we know Jack a little bit. I used to anyway. And
Yeah.
right, okay.
And I'd bang him, but
Maybe ask him.
I don't know.
Fuck David
don't
Williams.
I can't imagine Jack Whitehall would let him
knowing
fuck
Jack,
him.
I think he's as much as he puts on this sort of slightly pretend campness, he's actually I know back in the day he was such a a single man. You know, he liked he liked the ladies. So I don't know if it doesn't strike me as somebody
who knows?
Who knows?
But all right, what's next?
Wait, so did he fuck his sister? Or
Sorry, we didn't get to the bottom of that, did we?
Two people told me that they worked in book publishing, and in his first autobiography, and they made him take it out. That he'd banged his sister.
What, a chapter on it. Just him
Something
his
like
full
that.
sister.
So I was told, Your Honour, as I'm fucking getting sued.
Oh,
Like a stepsister.
Yeah, a stepsister. Oh no, stepsisters would.
That's fine.
That's fit, bruv.
Yeah. That's encouraged on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing about porn. All that
I never
porn,
liked that incest
stepsister,
stuff.
stepdaughter. It's like, oh, come on.
But it's funny how the main feed is all step. Although actually maybe that's just my main feed because it does cater to your algorithm.
You just accidentally said your Trans porn is big, I think, isn't
on
it?
your algorithm.
It keeps coming up on my adverts.
Mine's middle-aged couple who look married doing the missionary position. Somebody's asked, it's about what famous people that share your surname would you rather be related to? Would you rather be related to jazz genius Chet Baker or Cheryl Baker from Bucks Fizz?
So Baker's not my real surname, but yeah. But let's
Danny
pretend.
Baker.
Danny Baker.
I bumped into
Charlie
him the other
Baker.
day. I saw Danny Baker in Aldi the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Aldi's. I think Aldi's shitter than Lidl. Sorry, not to be
they're
too
both-
controversial.
I mean,
Yes, no, I know.
Aldi's shitter.
Lidl's
fruit
got
and
more
veg and
selection.
bakery.
Lidl's
So
now
much
actually
better.
all right, isn't it?
But Lidl's got more selection.
Yeah. I think Aldi's bad. I
Do
tried
you?
an Aldi. Have you tried the Aldi vegan ham slices?
nice. None
It
of
is
their
one of the
vegan stuff's that
worst
nice, yeah.
tasting things I've ever
Yeah.
had.
And
But
their fruit and veg selection is poor.
yeah, I agree. I bought some. I bought some
I get my
pomegranate
kiwis.
seeds from them last week from Aldi, and they were absolute
Strawberries,
dog shit.
all right.
But do you know the worst is obviously? Have you been to an Iceland recently?
No.
Like that is like proper ghetto supermarket.
Is that like
man.
100% frozen food?
No,
they
they've
have
got
some
fresh.
But I sometimes they do like vegan chicken nuggets, like 3.
Weirdly, their vegan section. That's why I go in there now and again.
Yeah,
Their vegan
yeah,
section
they're
is actually
frozen.
all right.
Actually
They do the fries range and all
Yeah.
that. But have you seen they've got a whole freezer that is just all you can buy Greg's stuff that you can cook at home. I mean, that
Yeah.
is like I don't want to judge anyone, but that is your life is
Stop cooking your
fucked.
family, Greg.
For dinner, Greg's home cooked Greg. Some lovely homemade Greg's. Anyway,
I don't know any bakers. Wait, Cheryl Baker.
there's
Which
Cheryl
one's
Baker
that?
from Bucks Fizz, and then she went on to be a
It's a
TV
bit before your
presenter.
time.
Yeah, I'm a youngster.
Chet
you see,
Baker,
I
are you
wouldn't
into
know.
jazz at all?
No.
No, Chet Baker's a legendary trumpet player and singer, and heroin addict. Let's do this one. Do you reckon Julian Assange used to get Deliveroo to the Ecuadorian embassy?
Yeah.
Was he allowed to? He was in there for ages, wasn't he? How long was he in the Ecuadorian
Couple of
embassy?
years,
Yeah, it was
wasn't he?
meant to
Wait,
be.
what country?
He was here, like so,
UK?
wasn't it in the UK? Ecuadorian?
But they give him immunity.
Yeah, apparently wasn't his room like disgusting, I heard. Apparently he was like throwing shit on the...
He couldn't leave there or he'd get
Yeah.
arrested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you would go mad, but...
But he's now back in Melbourne, isn't he? He finally got freed. Which I don't mean. There was always whenever I'm in Melbourne, there's always like when I was there every day outside.
Was he WikiLeaks? Yeah.
Yeah. But because I think he's from Melbourne.
Okay.
But there'd be protesters outside Flinders Street Station every day with like every evening free Assange. It was a big deal over there, like for them sort of his followers.
Yeah.
I don't really know much. I didn't follow that either.
He exposed a bunch of people, didn't he, basically?
Yeah, I know. I honestly don't
They
know
called
much
it
about him.
treason, I think, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Well, because he released like proper
It was Hillary
CIA
Clinton's
documents.
stuff
And it was all about like some of the horrible shit America have
What,
done.
he hacked in and got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chelsea Manning also.
Yeah.
Someone that did.
Was it Edward Snowden? Wasn't that was another one, wasn't it? But I think, you know.
Kat Baker, that was another one.
Yeah.
What have you been revealing?
Just some
men's names.
Yeah.
Sent to their family. What was that big Madsen, that Holly Madsen dating?
Oh.
It was about cheating and then it got hacked.
What was it? It wasn't called, was it?
Oh.
It wasn't Holly Madsen, was it?
Ashley Madsen.
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madsen,
Was it
yeah.
that what?
Yeah,
Ashley
the cheating
Madsen?
website. I had a routine about it about 6 years ago, and to write the routine, I had to sort of I saw an advert for
You had to
it.
go on 11
No,
dates.
I had to cheat so many times.
Get a few slam pieces.
But like it was one of the worst things. This whole like the advert for it. They had like a theme tune, and the theme tune was literally like, "I'm gonna cheat on my wife." Like, it was like a funny.
Man.
It was gross, but apparently overwhelmingly men to women again. Like most things like that.
That just doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. So loads of guys would go on there to like try and
Believe all
secretly, cheat on their wife, and there'd be like 1,000 men to every 2 women. Because in real life, like actual day-to-day life, office like secret romances and that, it's actually quite equal, isn't it? The split between men and women cheating on their partners. I actually think there was quite a long period where it actually weighed towards women. Women were cheating more than men. But,
Is that because it's available more to women?
Maybe.
Where if it was to
Probably.
men, there would be higher.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting
I don't
variables.
know. But there was a long. I think if you look at like divorce stats with adultery, I think it's pretty fair square.
Cheating is so brutal, though, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh my lord.
Actually, yeah. Because we've got how long we got left? 5 minutes. 10. Because have you got a partner?
No.
Have you had a partner while doing OnlyFans at any point? I'm just wondering how.
Nothing serious.
Right,
so
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
had to be like, is this okay?
But that's weird because it must be quite a. You have to find the right person, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Someone who's
yeah.
pretty laid back and chill.
Are you looking to date and stuff, or not really?
No, I'm always dating, yeah.
Oh, okay. Just like short-term dates.
Yeah, pretty much. I get around, I do my thing. I don't want to deprive the world of me, so
Yeah,
I try and spread it where I can. And mostly, I don't know, just dating. Yeah.
What, on the dating apps?
Dating apps, real life, all of it. Whoever I can pick up off the streets, maybe.
Have you had anyone on a date when it's come up what you do that they've had any objection?
So
Or do you keep it? First date you wouldn't mention it.
If it's a dating profile, I have it on my dating profile now. I say I do OnlyFans.
Okay, that's pretty, because
I'm
at least it'll weed out any weirdos.
Yeah, because I used to do it. I used to be like, I'll wait to tell him, but...
Wait until my wedding day.
Yeah. And then I'm like, no.
I'll let the kids tell him.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, no, because then it's like, you just want someone who's going to be chill with it. So
I know.
Why wait to tell them? Just tell them outright.
Yes.
I find guys in their 20s are normally better off with it than guys in their 30s.
I mean, that whole generation, they're into like, even the fact that you look at like polyamory and all them things that are much bigger with that generation. I do think, again, it probably might be linked to the things we were talking about earlier, but they seem a bit more untied to the old ways.
Yeah.
Like, whereas I think
Field is the big. I'm not on Field, but apparently that's the big app at the moment. All the kids are on, not kids.
What's the what's the difference between that and all the others?
Well, that one is like it's all sort of like more sort of polyamory and like
cuckolding.
Yeah, king. My friend.
I mean, sort of.
My friend told me the other day he was like. He just got out of a long-term relationship, and he's a guy who, when you have a friend and you're like, I don't believe they have sex.
Yeah.
Even though he was in a relationship, I know he had sex, but I was like, I can't imagine he had sex. Like, and I feel like he doesn't have a penis. He's like just
like
balled down
man.
there. Yeah. And
smooth like a dolly.
Exactly. But he told me the other day, he was like, I had a threesome with a couple I met on Field, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you had a threesome? Yeah. Field apparently is giving everyone access to threesomes. So,
they love a bit of that, the youth, don't they?
Yeah.
Awesome. Orgies. Orgies have come out. Orgies used to be like sort of the reserves of like the sort of them, like swinging parties.
Yeah.
Old people, like middle-aged couples.
Swinging and dogging
in a
is more older, I think, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's more like old people. But again, I've had a few friends who are like in you know, in their 20s, 30s in London, they're all sort of going to sex parties and things.
Yeah,
and they're not just gay men, like
the
straight
torture
women
garden
as
is a
well,
big one, isn't
We
it?
talked about that with Ishan, obviously, but it's not for me.
Nah, I'm all right.
I'm
too self-conscious
I am
to
as
be
well.
banging one out.
Well, for me, it's like my job is sex work, so I don't want my personal, you know, downtime to also go to a sex party.
you don't want to take your work
that's
home.
just
What do you do? What do you do in your downtime? Like admin,
Yeah, go to
typing.
To be fair, literally all the time, like or like the gym, pub, and watch YouTube.
Do you have a circle of friends that do the same?
No, I have friends in the industry, but no, all my friends, most of my close friends, they all have normal jobs. So yeah.
And when did you first get into it? How old were you?
I was like, in my early 20s, I started selling underwear online, like used underwear.
And what gave you the idea to do
A
that?
mate told me she'd done it. So I was like,
How much? What were you charging per pair?
Like 20 quid.
All right, mate.
I'll give you 15 now.
I'll do you a deal if you want.
Tenner for cash. Okay, 20 quid.
Yeah,
It's pretty reasonable,
But
really.
so I'd get like 20 quid a week, I guess. Like you don't get 100 orders of underwear a week.
No.
Yeah,
You know, you get it every once in a
I
while.
would absolutely sell mine.
Yeah.
I just go Primark, buy loads.
Job lot.
Yeah,
Sort of rub them in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Just do a little shit in them.
yeah. Rub them,
Extra
wipe
tenner.
my ass with
Extra
them.
tenner. Go around like a dog, just rubbing his bum on the floor.
Use them as a bog roll. And then package them up, put them in an Amazon lockbox.
So yeah.
Etsy, no, was it Everett?
Delivery,
So you went for. So you started with underwear.
Yeah, and
online
then
underwear.
quickly
shop.
discovered you only really make money if you sell photos and videos.
Right.
So I was selling photos and videos on this weird website, but I was only making like pocket money really, and then when I started doing a PhD and I had downtime.
In what?
Social policy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Random. Weird.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that and I had downtime, and then because I was getting money from my PhD, I was able to like live alone. So I was finally living alone, and I was like, I might try being a cam girl. And so that, I guess,
And what then happened? You went out and bought a camera.
Yeah, just like webcam.
What? Well, you went down to Curry's.
Yeah.
You Googled what the best cams are, the mics.
Yeah. You got to learn a lot of tech with it.
Well, and then you set it up, and what was your first?
Do you want me to explain computers and webcams?
It's interesting.
So you plug it in.
You plug the camera into the laptop.
Was it USB? But then, so you got
you turn it on.
So you got all the kit.
Yeah.
And then, what was your first one like? Were you a bit? It must have been a bit.
I just tried it. I just logged on to try it. And I was like, I'll just see what happens. I'll see if it works.
See if
like
anyone,
my camera's
anyone
working.
watches.
So it was
as well.
live.
Yeah. But what
Okay.
I didn't know is when you first sign up to Chatterbait, is they like when you're a new person, they like push you out to like the front page.
Oh really?
So I remember.
So it was just you trying to get your laptop working.
Yeah. No, it was literally
Comes up-
me.
Comes up on ITV.
Yeah. And then I got all these like thousands of viewers, and I was like, oh my god, is this what it's like? Yeah, thousands. I quickly learned that's not what it's like. Most of the time you don't.
And people were banging you money straight up.
Yeah.
Well, like a tenner here, five here, 20.
Yeah.
All right, isn't it?
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might get my kit.
Yeah, exactly. So so I started it. And then when webcamming, everyone was like, oh, you've got to get an OnlyFans, because that's what everyone had. So I got it, but then I started like doing OnlyFans when I started like posting on like TikTok. And
Okay.
What about actual sex work? Has that ever crossed your mind?
oh yeah. I definitely crossed my mind. I didn't do it, but I remember like I went on a date with a man and he gave me 100 quid. Like I just sort of like sat with him and like we went for tea.
What, you just
And I was like,
kept in company? You didn't?
yeah, didn't do anything.
Frigid.
Yeah,
I
I
want
think
my,
that's-
I want my money back.
That's very. That's. I mean, that is. I'd say quite far from sex work. It's,
No, that
I know. It's on the board. It's,
like-
it's sort of
yeah.
adjacent, isn't it? But
He was
it's
like,
not.
if I wanted to keep seeing him, I would have had to have shagged him.
Yeah.
If I wanted to keep getting money, and I was
Were you
like,
attracted to him?
No, God, no. He was like,
That's when it becomes
50.
difficult, isn't it?
You've got his deets. You've got his deets. Whole bag of 100 quid. Oh, we got to wrap it up in a sec. So
Thanks for coming. This has been fun.
It's been very fun. Thanks for sharing all the info. And so your podcast is on everywhere.
Yes, the Cat Baker. Go to catbaker.co.uk and you can find my podcast and my porn at that link. So
subscribe, guys.
Subscribe to both.
So it depends. Do you want to see a woman talk or bend over? That's what I say. You know.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Both are available.
Both.
Thanks to our patrons.
Thanks
for Jason up on the 1s and 2s. And we'll be back in the studio. 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, man. And soon we'll be releasing the detail of our merch line.
We've got merch. We should have put this.
You got a t-shirt. Look, you got that. Whoa. I've got this one embroidered. Lovely embroidered logos.
We're trying to sort discounts for the
we're
going to do comps as well.
Yeah, we're going to give out some
competitions.
Yeah. But other than that, thanks for joining. It's been really fun.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
And
Thanks
everyone,
for having me.
check Cat out online. And we'll be back in normal episodes.
Catbaker.co.uk.
Yeah.
That's it.